edition of the Contractor's Secret Weapon weekly podcast with your hosts, Dave Negri. This program is dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, roof cleaners, and business owners in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over the competition. This program supplies you with information that the competition doesn't even know exists. This session brought to you by contractorssecretweapon.com.
Before we get into the conversation, I just want to do a shout out to our sponsors who help promote Contractor's Secret Weapon and just some of the things that they have in store for you, our listeners. Hey, is your phone ringing enough? Do you want it to ring more with highly motivated and qualified buyers that contact you, the contractor, directly? No more waiting for the phone to ring. Just answer that phone. Best Home Services leads are dedicated to making your phone ring with motivated buyers that call you directly. There's no obligation to talk with them. Just go to contractorssecretweapon.com/money. Fill out the form to secure your discount on the setup fee. Do it today. This special will not last forever. Check them out at contractorssecretweapon.com/money.
Running a small business is no easy task, and I should know because I had a service company for almost 10 years. I am the founder of a software called Radius Bomb, and it's unbelievable. And for all the listeners of Contractor's Secret Weapon, we have a special offer for you to check out. If you want to send hyper-targeted, laser-focused, super personalized postcards to your exact prospects using a map while sitting in your underwear, then go to contractorssecretweapon.com/Radius Bomb, and we'll give you your first 100 postcards for free. Just go to contractorssecretweapon.com/Radius Bomb.
Hey, this is Dave Negri here with Contractor's Secret Weapon. I'm so glad you're here today just to stop by to see what we've got in store for you. Listen, if you haven't been to our website lately, you need to go there. I've put together some awesome report for you for marketing strategies that can flood your business with customers. And you can download it on the website, front page, get it today, because these strategies really work. I've used them, and that's why I put them together for you. And for those of you guys that really don't like to read, maybe, I made an audiobook for you. So with this voice, what the heck? Go get your download right now. And so we've got some fun and interesting topics for you coming up in the very near future. Today we have an awesome talk for you today. And so let's really just get into that right now. So today I want to talk about how to increase your profits, and it's basically value versus price. So I have some interesting things in store for you today. I want to focus on just a couple things to do with you. So just a couple ways to increase your profits during this time, because when you're busy running around like a crazy man, you lose track of what's really going on. That's why putting together systems is so important. I'm going to talk about value versus price. And of course, we've gone over this before, but really, what is the perceived value as opposed to your pricing structure? And how does that affect your profitability? I'm going to go through a checklist of probably 14 or 15 things that will help you raise the perceived value of your business so that you can charge more and making more profit at the time of sale. And how do you effectively do it? Because if your customers don't know the additional things that you have for sale, then you're both missing the boat. So what are other services that you have, and how do you present them to your customers? I'm going to give you the checklist as we go over today, and I'll put together all those for you. And for all those that go to the website at contractorssecretweapon.com, leave a comment with your email, and I'll send you a copy of the checklist. Very simple. So let's start off with, what does it mean to sell value versus price? This is really a good one. Most contractors, and in your marketing, they give an automatic discount. I've seen 10% off here, web discount 10%. Roofers are famous for $500 off a full roofing job. So basically, you're tracking the price, client. that's what you're attracting. Is that the person that you really want, the one who's going after the price? So how do you put it into your marketing to value as opposed to price? Well, selling a value proposition of your company in all of your marketing, that's what you need to do. You need to make sure that you provide a value proposition. What do you do? What are the services you provide? How and why are you different than the other contractors in your trade or your niche than the other guys? You're going to actually accurately portray the services you offer that are different over and above your competition, and that will raise the perceived value of your company. And when you can portray the value of your company, people will pay that higher price without questions. Great marketing to attract clients like this to you because you're preparing them with information. It could be a recorded message, it could be a report. Actually, in your marketing, it explains the processes that you do and how you do it, maybe why you do it, maybe safety features and benefits you're explaining to them that you're going to be doing, why you do it. And it's probably not any different than the other guy is doing. However, you are taking the time to explain these things to your customer or your potential customer, and they are perceiving you as the expert. So therefore, you have the opportunity to get higher prices. When you make the paradigm shift in your mind from value as opposed to price, these are the things that our company does. This is the value that we create for our customer. When you can shift that in your mind, then you can sell it to your customer. It really doesn't matter what your competition is charging, because if you set yourself apart from them as a value-based business as opposed to price, you're way ahead of the game and you're going to leave your competition in the dust. So with this value building system from the checklist I'm going to give you, then you will be able to attract clients that are used to paying a premium for real value. So in reality, raising the bar on perceived value teaches you that value is everything. Let's just take a look at cars, for example. Aren't all cars the same? They have four wheels. I think you might get the point. You like a car that you're driving because of the way it handles, the way it drives. I like my truck that I'm driving, and I was going to pay more for the truck that I'm driving that I want based on the value or my perceived value of what I wanted. Does the Mercedes buyer think about the price, or is he just thinking about four wheels that needs to get him back and forth to where he may be? Or do only Hyundai drivers think about price? I think you get the point. People buy services like they buy vehicles. They really do pick and choose on the value that they want or what they think they're going to get. So here are a few ways that you can go after your customer by raising the perceived value. Of course, perceived value of your customer has on your company. Some of these are pretty simple. You may be doing some of these right now, and if you are, great. Some of these you may never even consider doing, so pay attention. I'll go through the list fairly quickly. 1. Make sure your vehicle and your equipment are in pristine shape. Maybe cleaned and organized because you're making an impression on your new client or your customer, and it needs to be a good one. In this list, there's not any one particular thing that will set you apart from your competition, but the multiple of the things that we're going to talk about that will set you apart from your competition. And that's the goal, is to help you separate yourself from the competition, offer the perceived value so that you can make more profit. Number 2, make sure that yourself and your technician helpers are well groomed and well dressed. No holes in the clothes, no holes in the shoes. Number 3, offer a courtesy call if you're running behind. Be cognizant of your prospect and your customer's time. It's valuable. Time is the only thing that cannot be replaced. Text them, call them, let them know you're going to be running behind, just as a courtesy to let them know that, hey, I'm still coming, but it shows that you value their time. Next one, I know this can be challenging for a lot of guys, especially owner-operators, but it's really, really important, and it's really one that I'm working on more and more, and that's to answer the phone when it rings and not let it go to voicemail. I know I've talked about training your customers, and that's okay, but I think in today's market, you really need to have your phone answered because people are calling. They call, if they don't get an answer, they'll go to the next line. So how much potential business are you losing? Have no idea, but you'll know that you won't be losing customers if you talk to them. So here's someone's voicemail I heard the other day, and it's pretty interesting. I know it's because sometimes it is hard to answer the phone, especially if you are, again, an owner-operator, and you've got both hands busy, you're doing something. I heard this great voicemail the other day. This is basically what it said. Hey, thanks for calling. If you reach this voicemail, it's because we are on the phone helping another customer just like you. Please leave your name and number, and if we don't call back in 10 minutes, we'll give you $10 off your next service. Again, thanks for calling. So whatever your business name is, we will call you back. And of course, if by some chance you can't get back to them in 10 minutes, when you do call them back, say, hey, I owe you $10. Break the ice. I think that's great, and I may even use it. Really answering the phone live does give you a high perceived value in the marketplace. Next, if you have a website for your business, make sure it's as modern looking and feel to it as it can be. It is your face in the marketplace. Remember, more and more people are going to the internet to find service providers. If you don't have a good presence, it doesn't look good, it looks like a cheap website, that's how they relate to your services. And how do you want it to work? You want it to look good because there again, you want that higher perception of value about your company. And a cheap website is not going to do it. No website or not having a website is not going to do it. Again, perception is everything. Next, be aware of what people want, whether it be a new type of, say, a one-coat paint, or if you're a plumber, it's a green water treatment system. It could be the new green clean product of the month. So just be aware of what your customers want and research it. Find out how you can give those to your customers or make them available if you want, just for them, because today's consumer is well educated. And to treat them like they are not is a big mistake. If you have those items available, put them in your marketing, that you have those types of products that are on the cutting edge, or at least what people are talking about. It's just one more thing to create a higher professional image, a higher perceived value of your company. The next point is on education. Educating your prospect and your customer. And we've talked about this before. It's all about the service you provide and why they can trust you. The key is education. When you look at the marketing piece, are you just throwing out something like another flyer? Are you offering a discount? Or are you offering something of value to them that will give them the information they need so they can make an intelligent decision on why they want to call you? It's because you're the professional. The education process makes a huge difference in the response you get from the people that are calling you that want you to do business with them. Another one of my pet peeves is when you're going to someone's home, always clean up after yourself. Sweep up, vacuum up, put things away, always make it better than when you got there. Another important part about is leaving something about your professionalism is to leave a sheet of some aftercare things that you might do if you're a carpet cleaner or laid tile or carpet or something like that, what they can do within the next 24 hours the homeowner should be. I know if you're a pressure cleaner or a roof cleaner like I am, I always leave behind a sheet that says what we've done and what you can do the next day to help preserve the life of your plants. Little things that no one else does that will set your company apart. Again, the higher perceived value by the professional. Along with the cleaning up, you might consider that if you're going into a client's home and you have employees, that you have them put on maybe the little booties. It shows the customer that their home is important to you. These are just some of the things that set the bar high for the competition. The problem is, because what's not happening in the marketplace, the bar is so low that people aren't expecting much. And when you can wow them with your service, now it comes time for them to refer your company in the future. What do you think is going to happen? How are they going to talk about you? They did this. They cleaned up after themselves. They showed up on time. They were going to be late. They called me. They actually wore booties in my house. I didn't have to worry about cleaning up after them. These are just some of the little things that most contractors don't think about, but homeowners do. Unfortunately, a common thread among many of the service providers is let's get in, let's get out, get our money, and we're gone. You don't build relationships that way, and you don't show your professionalism that way. Another one is, do you do follow-up calls when you're done? If you haven't had the option to walk around with the homeowner. Do you do follow-up calls for your employees? Well, how did Bob do when he was there? Was he professional? Did he clean up after himself? Do you like the things that were done? All these things go a long way as a reputation builder, and as you become more of a higher reputation, of course, you can get the higher price. Of course, these are some of the things that no one else is doing. Another tremendous value builder is, do you send a thank you card? Just a thank you for doing business. We appreciate your business. We want to thank you. I always send a thank you along with a survey. I want to know that I send out a survey in a self-addressed envelope so that I know exactly how we did. We want to know what we did. If we did something wrong, we want to know that. We want to know why they did business with us. And in the interim, we end up with a survey and a testimonial. When you take your client through the walkthrough, showing them all the things you've done, you may even show them some of the things you did extra that you're not asking any money for. You can just show that you did extra. You can point out to them some of the problem areas that they may have in the future that they may want to address. And it may be something you don't even do. And the last part of the checklist today, do you give a guarantee? Guarantees are a phenomenal way to keep and have that high perceived value as a company. What a guarantee does is it takes all the risk away from the customer and it puts it on you. It makes the buying decision so much easier. So if you put all these things together during your busy season, you just may not have a slow season. Again, I want to thank you for joining us and investing your time with us today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, go to iTunes and give us a shout out. You can also go to our website, www.contractorsecretweapon.com, and check out today's episode and leave us a comment in the bottom of the page. And if you haven't gotten your 15 secret weapon strategies to getting higher end customers, get it while you're at the website.
Also, I want to thank again our sponsors for keeping this podcast alive, for your profit-making pleasure. And so go be profitable this week. Work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your time and your knowledge so that you can be more profitable. Again, see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another weekly episode of the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast with Dave Negri. We would love to hear your comments about this episode, so visit us online at www.contractorsecretweapon.com and let us hear your thoughts. If you are listening via iTunes, please leave us a positive review. The more positive reviews we receive, the more other contractors will benefit from this show. Thank you, and see you next time here on the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast.